Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Drake, you are in Marvin's room, just sad, lonely, afraid. You are literally in that big house in the theater, thinking you the greatest and the latest, baby. Drake just broke his silence and he's on Instagram. Now, listen, I know you guys probably saw, but we're going to actually break it down a little bit more because he showed a clip from a movie and basically proved Kendrick Lamar's point that Drake's critical thinking skills are a nyet. I am convinced that Drake has nothing but a team of ghostwriters and he is a paid actor. He is our generation's Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. That was on TikTok today, right? Honestly, Drake, I don't know if this is sad. I don't know if it's funny. I don't know what's going on. But Drake posted this mess. Then Academics, his number one fan, jumped in. Back up. Stop defending Drake. This is like, because when he jumped in, and then I actually found what the movie was, we're going to talk about what all the critics had to say about the movies. And baby, it really is ironic that they basically said, let me give y'all a preview. They basically said that Drake is comparing his, right? Drake is comparing his life to a character that is nothing but a satirical comedic joke of a clown mess. He's saying his end, calling us losers. And when you die, who will people say you are? They'll say I'm my mama's daughter and my daddy's little girl, right? They'll say all this stuff, but with me, they'll say I'm Drake. You're comparing yourself to a character that died in shame and humiliation, all because he couldn't let his ego go. Baby, you can't make this up. Let's get into this. Hold on, really. Okay, so this is the, sorry guys. So this is the thing down up.
But when you die, will people know us?
So they're basically saying when you die, will people know who you are?
Well, I know there will be a lot of memories of me by a lot of people. Many will hate me, even so. A person needs to live with vigor. Otherwise, what's more?
Okay, so anyway, it basically was saying like, when I die, people will know. When I die, you know, when we die, who will people know you are? When I die, people will know. So then Big Act decided to literally get himself into this, and you know what? It don't even matter. He decided because he's repping his set. He is a Drake character endorsement, right? He said, but when you die, will people notice? Okay. When I go, there's going to be a lot of memories of me by a lot of people. Many of who hate me. Even so, a person needs to live with vigor. Otherwise, what's the point? So then Act posted, and I swear to God, this better not be a prelude to Drake dropping another disc. You know what? I take that back. This could be a prelude to Drake dropping another disc, because if you guys don't know that, They Not Like Us is number one on the moon, Uranus, Jupiter, Mars, pick it, Andromeda. Baby, we're going to other galaxies. It literally is number one everywhere. It's even number one in Canada. Anyway, a man of fool, Drake Act posted. I might as well just say Drake, okay? When a real estate mogul, Charlie Croker, remember that name, faces bankruptcy, political and business interests collide as he defends his empire from those attempting to capitalize on his fall from grace. Now, after what happened, right? I have seen a man in full. And I thought it was very ironic, but also a little, what the heck? For you to even want to compare yourself to that. That character died in shame. You tried your best to defend everything and you lost everything. Get this. But you know what? I pulled up some critics and their reviews of it. And there's a lot of analogies that we could make to Drake's current life. Hold on, it's not over. The laughable ending of a Netflix's A Man of Fool is beyond parody. Now, I know what you're saying. That sounds good. No, it don't. We're not doing great Drake critical thinking. We actually really doing critical thinking. We're dissecting the text. Basically, in every conceivable way, starting with, quite frankly, weak source material. How is Drake reading himself by posting that little tip? And anyway, Drake probably, again, like everybody said, do you think Drake even saw the movie? Because I don't think he saw the movie. I think he saw a little clip and he was like, yo, this is me. Because if he saw the movie, you would know, Drake, you are dragging yourself. But let's keep going. But this is just like, maybe his ghostwriter saw the movie. Maybe his ops are the ghostwriters. So anyway, Charlie Croker, that's the character he's playing, right? Let me just roll that back. Charlie Croker, this is the character that was on the floor dying, is the genteel but sleazy real estate tycoon with a thick Southern accent. Drake has a Toronto accent. He's the kind of repugnant character who still operates as a dimly likable protagonist. He's awful, but we're supposed to root for his redemption? It's not over. Drake dragged himself. Unfortunately, there's not a moment that goes by in A Man of Fool where it doesn't feel like Daniels is playing a character, much like Drake's real life. Let's get into it. Putting the miscasting aside, even the story is underwhelming. It feels like we're dropped into a middle of a story and asked to care about characters with whom we have no history or context. Yeah, Drake, a man of many faces. Who are you? A man is no one. Let's keep getting into this. Oh, there's more. And Croker seems equally adamant about screwing them all over. Again, life imitating art. But we don't know why. And the series never provides us with any history. Again, Drake seems adamant about screwing every man in the rap game over and being misogynistic to women to a disgusting degree. I still ain't forget about what he did to Meg Thee Stallion or Serena Williams, right? But we don't know why. And the series never provides us with any history. We don't know anything about Croker's business, except that he owns some buildings and he owes a lot of money. What do we know about Drake, except for he has a lot of money and he makes raps, but he has ghostwriters. But let's keep going. Now, here's the ending that Drake decided to post, an act circling that to basically say this is his redemption story and he's going to come for everybody that came out here. Listen to what happened at the end, right? So anyway, after one of the banker guys is prevented from calling in Croker's loan, so anyway, here's what happens, right? There's these two bankers trying to take everything Croker has. Let me put myself on the big screen. There's two bankers trying to take everything Croker has, okay? Croker is a jerk. You barely like him. You're only half the movie. You're like, why am I even rooting for you? But here's the thing. The bankers get the best of him. He has stuff in his son's name and in his ex-wife's name. The banker's able to get all that interest, and now they own all of his businesses. And to celebrate stealing everything from Croker, who Drake is identifying with the guy laying on the ground, tell y'all how he got laying on the ground. He run his enemy after he took away his whole career, much like Kendrick did to Drake. The enemy decided to celebrate by popping 2 Viagras and going over to blank his ex-wife, right? So Croker, which is supposed to be Drake, is so mad. He drives over, right? Kicks in the door. He catches the guy blanking his ex-wife, which is already weird because it's your ex-wife. What are you doing busting in here, right? The guy turns around and they have this big argument. The guy, which is his enemy, is fully standing at attention, nude, strong like bull, nude, having an argument with Croker. Croker then wraps his hand around his neck, trying to strangle the guy while he's nude and at attention. It's very homoerotic, right? But weird. And he starts strangling him. But then Croker starts to have a heart attack. And because he has a heart attack, his hands lock around the guy's neck. So you end up taking out your enemy, but you also deleted yourself from the heart attack. And all this through the whole movie could have been avoided if he just didn't start with people, if he had a little character, and if he had just put his own ego aside. I don't know why Drake posted that, because you're reading yourself. this is exactly what happened. You're reading yourself. And it was a very humiliating way to die. And the reason why the protagonist said, yeah, that might be me, but who are you? Who are you going to say? It's supposed to be ironic and satirical, right? Satirical, because imagine the goals of someone that just had a heart attack because you tried to strangle a man who was naked and erect because he was blanking your ex-wife after he's stolen everything from you. And you basically die in a very humiliating place, die in shame, wasted life for nothing. And you're saying to the audience, yeah, but who are you to say, at least I, and life should be lived with vigor? It literally is a cautionary tale. The guy was a clown. And that's what lets me know that Drake, once again, now that you can't culture vulture off of the Black community, after you can't say the N word no more, now you culture vulturing off of films, Netflix films, but at the end of the day, you didn't even watch them. It's just sad, sad, sad. Anyway, I want to leave you guys with this. There is a professor that did a very good dissertation on why Drake sucks. You guys listen to this and then let me know what you think. Again, what did this guy say right here? That is what happened at the end, right? While Croker falls over and dies. The end. So dumb. Just like Drake's career and everything else he is talking about. But listen to this college professor, because he actually
misreads the text.
He's on YouTube, by the way. Go ahead and look him up. This is off of all TikTok. And what's this guy's YouTube name? I don't know. Lyndon. How do you spell this? Hold on. L-U. Oh wait, I have it on screenshot. All right, just listen. I'll let you know his handle in a second.
Reads the text. This is why it's very important. Critical thinking skills are very important. This is why it's the most important thing you can learn in college is critical thinking, reading comprehension. I'm not trying to be patronizing. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm trying to be clear. It is the fact that one could listen to or read the lyrics to the song Mother, I Sober and conclude that Kendrick himself was sexually abused is completely against the sense of the text. The text itself is about generational trauma and about the fact that his mother assumed that he must have been abused because of the abuse that she suffered herself.
He's about to cook.
It's about the presumption of it, not about the fact of it. He wasn't touched, but he was still affected because he was constantly chasing manhood. But Whitney's gone. By the time you hear this song, she did all she could. Drake, you sent us back to this song. And in this song, Kendrick Lamar told us that Whitney left him. And now we're supposed to sit there and listen to your track where you say, how come you haven't talked to Whitney in 6 months? It's like we know why. We know why. Because their relationship couldn't survive the results of the trauma that he suffered. And it wasn't SA. It was other stuff. And it's such a beautiful song.
It is. Listen, The Ghost is such a beautiful song, but the way he ends this, I think is amazing. It says it's such a beautiful song. And he says, but you don't understand that. And you never will. Let me actually get this. Hold on. He drags him at the end. Let's see.
On his partner's phone about meeting up.
Hold on. Anyway, he said it's just a beautiful song. It's such a beautiful song. And he says, hold on, let me find this part because it's really. Anyway, I already ruined my old ending. He said it's such a beautiful song. And Kendrick gets it. And he thinks on a level. And he shows us he thinks on levels and platitudes that you can't. And you once again have showed us that you cannot. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.